Hi. So we just went to Tractor Supply. Here's Rolo, and here's Ryuk. And we just got back from, well, we didn't get back. We're still at Tractor Supply. There it is. We just went shopping at Tractor Supply, picked up some stuff for my remaining ducks and chickens. And we got a little bit of video. I don't know if it's any good because I was holding leashes and holding stuff and trying to record. I'm not that talented yet. He looks tuckered out. Are you sleeping? Oh my gosh. He's worn out. Oh, Rolo's ready for more action, huh? Are you ready for more? Anyhow, he did really good. Oh gosh, he's falling asleep. It's too cute. While we were there, someone walked by and said, "Is there a full moon out?" And my quick wit said, "Yes, this is actually my husband talking about Ryuk." They laughed so hard. And then I was like, yeah, that was a good one. I have to share that. But we got to meet a couple different people. There was a lady and a little girl, and they saw, him from like the other side of the aisle, and they were like, oh, you know how people are when they see animals. Yeah, so they can come pet him, and I said yes, and he was really, really gentle with the little girl, and she pet him, and because they were like eye to eye. She was like maybe 5 or 6 years old, and yeah, like they were like really close, and she's just petting on him, and everything was great. And the mom got a picture of her daughter with Ryuk, and she's excited to tell her friends at school. Let's see what else happened that was interesting. He tried to take one of those giant processed dog bones. I don't know if they're like a cow bone, but they're the really big ones. He tried to take that off the shelf, and I was like, nope, that's cooked. You can't have that. So I had to have him drop it, and I put it back. But I gave him some of these beef chews. These right here. Gave him this bag to hold instead, and then he started trying to help himself to it before we paid for it. So he wasn't bad. He just, he's a puppy. So we got to register and pay for them, and then they tried to offer him some treats. They were like these, they look like those not jerky. Is it jerky? Slim Jims. They look like Slim Jims. I don't know what they are. They tried to offer Rolo and him the treats, and he took them. He almost took the lady's fingers with him. He enthusiastically took them, and then put them on the floor, and then took another one, and then put it on the floor, and he was just not eating them. Rolo also was kind of like, I've had better. I think my dogs are a little spoiled. And but Rolo did eat the ones that he got. We don't normally feed those sort of treats because they're usually full of junk that we don't, feed the dogs. And so yeah, it was kind of funny because he was interested but didn't actually want to eat it. And so once we got back to the truck, I opened up the beef lungs for him, and oh man, trying to get him to behave and sit and take it nicely. He was very enthusiastic. And yeah, he enjoyed it. And I got a little bit of video, I think, of him chomping down, and I'll post that later as a short. Oh, he's so cute. He's not tuckered out. We didn't even do that much. We've been working on healing on the leash, and not pulling ahead and that sort of stuff. He's not bad at that, but just fine-tuning it a little bit more, especially when you're in a store and not sniffing everything and not trying to take bones that you shouldn't take without permission. I did try to get him to get a toy. I was like, oh, I'll, you know, pick your toy and I'll buy it for you. No, that's actually why we went over to where the treats were, because he was not interested at all in the toys. In fact, he was more interested in the collars. He was sniffing those, probably because there was leather, maybe, but I don't even remember him chewing, like sniffing one of the leather leashes, collars, anything like that. There's commotion behind me, so I'm like, what's going on? So I gotta get home and check out and see if I got anything good, and I'll probably share it as a short. Might share it. I mean, if this is good enough, and like I'm not like recording my foot the whole time, or it's not like an earthquake, then I'll share it as a longer video. But it'll be this format instead of the sideways. Maybe I should have. It's easier to hold the phone like how it is now than it is sideways and record. Especially when you have like 2 leashes in your hand. So he does chew on leashes. He has a chain leash, because we know he'll do that sometimes, and so he decided, here, Rolo, let me take your leash off. You don't need it. This is just a cheap Dollar Tree leash. I like these little small round ones. It's the only ones I could find, but he put a little kink in Rolo's. Because he couldn't chew on his, he was like, I'm gonna take a bite out of Rolo's. And I'm surprised, like he was actually being really good, because he obviously could have just snapped this right in half, and he just did a little thing to it. It's still usable. But yeah, I love these little leashes from Dollar Tree, because I can walk like 6 dogs and not have like a whole bunch of like mess in my hands trying to hold. And I could tie them together pretty easy and untie them without them getting stuck. And I like them better than the flat nylon ones, because those they tend to burn my hand if they slip, if they slide through my fingers. I like leather too, but leather, when you have more than one leash, they stick together really bad, and that also makes walking like 5 or 6 dogs at a time difficult. But I have the ACI out. Why are you panting so hard? It's like I'm saying, he's ready to do more stuff. I lost my hat. I don't know where it is. I always have a hat on, and that's why I keep looking. I'm like, where's my hat? Well, yeah, look at him. He's sleeping so hard right now. Anyways, I don't know if anybody's leaving any comments. No, maybe. Live chat. I'm still learning how to do this. Oh, look, people are commenting. Yeah, Ryuk looks super laid back. Yes. He was very excited in the store until like people came and pet him, and then he would get really calm and like get attention. I actually thought maybe he would jump, because he's still young. And but no, he did good. He did really good. I was really impressed. You know, which I can't take credit for. Chad did a wonderful job with him. Yeah, Ryuk, super stunning. For those of y'all who missed it, I'll repeat. We were just in Tractor Supply, and well, we got a lot of comments while we were in there. But some person walked by and said, you know, is there a full moon outside? And I said, yes, this is actually my husband. And they laughed really hard, and I was like, yes, that's a good one. I'm gonna remember that one. Because it won't work though if my husband's with me. Hey, how you doing? I just agreed to Tractor Supply. Picked up some feed for the ducks and my remaining ducks and chickens. I'm down to 2 ducks, and I think I have 3. I think I have 3 chickens and 1 rooster. I need to recount that are left, and that's it. But yeah, I just went and got some more feed for them. I also got him a traffic leash. It's actually for a goat, but like a short leash, so that way we can work on healing, and I don't have to have so much leash in my hand. But I mean, he's not horrible. You know, I've worked with a lot of dogs who cannot heal. And he's really good. Yeah, he's totally sleeping. He is conked out. You think we just like ran a marathon. We just went to Tractor Supply. He's so cute. And now Rolo's finally getting tired. Yeah, Ryuk's doing great. Yeah. I have a lot of dogs. We've had 3 tornadoes come by. The first one, I don't think it affected us, but the last 2 did. I don't even remember the dates. I think one of them was on the 5th. The second one blew apart one of our coops, and we only lost like 2 chickens in that one, and a rooster, and then they were scattered, and so like we had to like lure them back home. And then I think we lost, like, most of our ducks are smaller ducks that can actually fly, and so they took the opportunity to join the wild. And then the third tornado, like, just ruined everything. Like, our house is fine, but our neighborhood is destroyed, and we lost almost everything. It went right through where we have our ducks and our chickens at. Oh my gosh, will I miss Ryuk when he goes back to Chad? Yes, he's going back to Chad's when the snow melts. And while I have him, we're gonna work on a little bit more training and stuff. But yeah, he'll be going back to Chad's. And I might go swing by Free Wardens on the way, or on the way back. Maybe on the way. I'm sure they want to meet Ryuk. You know what? As far as the tornado, so the second one, the third, I keep saying second because the first one didn't really affect us. It did affect some people in my community, but not us. The second one, I thought they were going to be freaking out. That one happened in the middle of the night. And that's why my brain just crashed. That one, we had Lux. I don't know if y'all know. Lux is the white wolf dog who was also rescued with him. And she is extremely fearful of people, so much so that she doesn't even like to be inside. And so we have her in a little 10 by 20 where I think y'all have seen it, where we do a lot of our pack feeding. And that leads out into a big fenced area. The fence is destroyed now, so we don't even have that fenced area right now, and that's another reason why I'm at Tractor Supply, had to get more fencing. Broke. No, they were okay during the tornado in the middle of the night. But Lux, we were like trying so we got our livestock guardian dogs in. They're kind of far from us. And that's kind of scary because you're in the middle of the night and you're in the storming, and then there's coyotes and stuff out there and trying to get them in. And then, worried about the livestock. Well, I could call them livestock, mostly poultry. And then it took we basically had to chase Lux in. I hate to say it, but we got her inside. But since then, Lux has been fine coming inside. She just comes inside now. But during the third tornado, I actually wasn't even home. My husband was, and so he was getting all the animals into the hall all together. I think we have a bathroom in the hall, so I think he put some in the bathroom, just in case. And he said everybody was fine. Like they were really well behaved. I would think that either they would freak out or they would just be like, "Oh, we're inside. Let's goof off because we're all together." And get in trouble. But he said they were fine. But yeah, they're kind of a little restless because our fencing is down. We've had a lot of trees down, a lot of destruction down. A lot of destruction. So we've been busy cleaning everything up and also we haven't got to do a lot of fun stuff lately. But aside from that, they weren't even phased, really. What are some other questions? He's not rolling around in poop. I don't know if he's grown out of it. He tried to roll and poop the first day that he came, and you know, I quickly was like, nope, we're not doing that. And since then, he hasn't. I don't know, like, you know, what Chad was saying, maybe it's the snow, has something to do with the snow or not, which we don't have snow. But he hasn't done that. But he does really like to roll on smelly things, or not so smelly things. It's some of the things he rolls on, I'm just like, there's no way that smells like anything. What are you doing? I think he's just going like through puberty, and so he's just scent rolling. Maybe he's putting his scent on things. He loves to scent roll on my husband's boots. He loves to scent roll on the couch. Trying to think, there's something else weird he scent rolls on. I can't even think of what it is right now. I don't know, I'll remember, and y'all can ask me in the comments, and I'll put it in there. But yeah, we hadn't had an issue with that. Hopefully when he goes back and it snows again, he doesn't like you just start doing it again. That would suck. Then I guess like I'd build his vacation, his winter vacation home, as Chad calls it, snowbird. He'll become a snowbird. So being a high content wolf, oh gosh, can I read? Being a high wolf content dog, how does he behave to your other dogs? He's a puppy. He's like, I think he's 10 months old. I gotta check the calendar, right? He's around 10 months old now, and he's just a big fat puppy. In fact, like Rolo and Kratos are two male alphas, and he is extremely submissive to them, rolls on his back, you know, licks him in the mouth. We have a 16-pound mini Aussie Doodle, and it's a girl, and he will roll around and try to lick her in the mouth and like be on his back, and she's like a foot off the ground. I'll have to catch a video of him doing that, and she'll be like acting like, you know, a mama dog, mouthing him and bossing him around and stuff. But I'm glad, because, you know, being a high content wolf dog, he needs to learn how to behave around all kinds of animals. You know, and Tammy and Chad have Yorkies, so we're just continuing that, you know, making sure he can behave around all animals and not be too rough or anything like that. What percentage of wolf, in my opinion? So I actually talked to, oh wait, I didn't read all of that. So I actually talked to the breeders that bred him. Really great, amazing people, and I've actually thought about maybe getting one from them in the future because I absolutely love their program, and it, you know, that also is like explains why, you know, between Chad and their breeding program, why he's so amazing, despite, you know, having a rough go for a couple weeks. But they said his siblings embarked at between 92 and 95%. So, and then the other portion is, what is that term they say? Basically, they don't know with the other percentages because it's so small and undefined. I don't know. I'll have to double check. There's a certain term that they use to describe, like, when they're not sure what the 5% is. But yeah, he should be around between 92 and 95% gray wolf. I also got Lux's results in, and I have not posted because stuff keeps happening. Sorry, I'm getting a text message. What? Okay. I board dogs as a business, and so I got an inquiry for a new client. So, but I don't understand their message. I'll get back to them in a minute. People always ask me to watch their dogs like last minute. Okay. I got Lux's results back in, and I never posted them because we've been so busy. Lux is 85%. Spoilers. I'll try to remember, and I'll post her percentages. She is gray wolf. I was kind of hoping she'd be Arctic, you know. But no, she's gray wolf. So let's see, any other questions? That's absolutely amazing. You'd think that would affect them big time. Glad y'all are safe. Yeah, the tornado. Yeah, I even thought like maybe they would warn us, like they would just be restless or something, because you always hear about animals and their instincts. But yeah, he's super high content. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, do I need to call him a cub, or do I need to call him a puppy? You know, because technically he's still a puppy. He's just a baby. Y'all have any more questions before I go? Because I'm just sitting in Tractor Supply parking lot. Should I call him a cub? I think that might trigger some people. Not yet. Not yet. We haven't done the DNA test yet. It's coming, but... Any other questions? Shout out for Tractor Supply. Yeah, they loved them there too. The employees, they were super excited. Which they've seen my... I go to like 3 different Tractor Supplies. Because I live kind of in the middle of 3 different ones, so I just see which one has what I want or need, or I go check to see if there's anything new that I don't need to buy, but I do anyways. Hey, buddy. You want to say hi to your fans? Yes, I am going to replace my chickens. I've actually thought about trying to breed my own meat chickens for dog food. The ones I had before were layers. Well, actually, some of them were Cornish cross. Oh my gosh, you know what I'm trying to say. The big white meat birds, and I kind of hate that breed, because they're just they get so fat, and like they can't survive for very long. Yeah, and I don't know, I just don't feel right like raising animals that have been bred to be so fat that they're not even like healthy for themselves, you know what I mean? Oh, Ryuk is already bigger than Kratos. He's like, I mean, maybe an inch taller. Yeah. Oh, really? From breeding your own, they someone's having a fit. They start getting smaller as you breed them. Do you have any more questions? Oh my god, I don't know if y'all hear that honking. Someone is like rushing somebody. Kurgan is really tall. He is taller than... We used to have a Kangal Shepherd, who was massive. It's a livestock guardian dog. And I believe, like, when we met Kurgan in person, we were like, oh yeah, he's taller than which y'all have seen on the videos. Like, he's as tall as a Great Dane. So just our Kangal was a bit wider. Did I miss a joke, or I take something seriously? I'm not very familiar with doing lives, and so the messages pop up and then they fade away so I can look at myself. From a breed that should weigh an average of 4 to 5 pounds. Thanks. I don't know, it still might be worth to raise my own meat birds, like, or to breed and raise my own. Oh, the cub comment. Okay, somebody, I did see someone said something about not calling him a cub. I can scroll back. Text messages coming in. People thanking me for the pictures of their doggies that I'm boarding. How does Ryuk do with Garen? They're best buds. They're actually Ryuk and Lux are really, really good friends, and Garen and Winter are good buddies. But yeah, they're now together. Everybody plays together and all. They're like one big family now. No, don't call them a cub. Wolf babies are called cubs. Stop calling them cubs. Okay. I was just acting. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's just, yeah. I'm making a joke about calling him a cub just because 95% it's like, you know, or should I call him a dog wolf instead of a wolf dog? Which seems backwards, but... Ryuk has very humanesque face with how his eyes are. I like how he's like turning away from us. Hey, Ryuk. Ryuk. Hey. Hey, look at me. He's like, can we go home? Hey, Rolo is here with me. Rolo's one of my alphas, him and Kratos. They hold the fort down. Really, Lagatha, Rolo's mother, is actually the true alpha of the entire pack. Like, yeah, he has a quarter Rottweiler. I think so. The breeders who bred Ryuk. I would assume so. I haven't met any of their adult. I haven't met any of their animals. I've only seen you know, what they showed me, pictures and videos and stuff like that, and told me about their breeding program. And it's, yeah, I was really, really impressed, and it's stuff that I'd like to implement in my own breeding programs. Technically, yeah, Ryuk was given to Chad by a person who got in over his head, and yeah, and Ryuk just wasn't in the best condition. Ryuk, Garen, and Lux. Yeah. I don't want to say bad things about people because he did the right thing by sending them to us. So basically, this guy, from what I understand, wanted to start his own wolf pack, and his parents, what is it called? The zoo where you drive through and there's like loose animals. He tried to start a wolf pack in his parents' safari, right? Is it called Safari Park? And he wanted. This is all secondhand information, so don't quote me. Some of the transporters and other people have told us bits and pieces, but I think he was trying to he was using wolf dogs so that way people can pet them from the safari, but they were all puppies and they weren't being well taken care of. Yeah, I know, like they were. He said that they were eating dead catfish that washed up from the lake, which is, why are they dead? I don't think I'd let my dog eat. I know I wouldn't. We have bass and catfish. We have a bass and catfish pond, and I wouldn't, if there was a dead catfish that washed up. No, you're not eating that. I don't know why it died. I don't know, you know. we don't even give our dogs catfish, to be honest, because they're bottom feeders. We will give them the bass though, you know, or like what we cut off on the bass, we give it to them raw. But yeah, so there's just some things, some stuff. Tilapia, yes, they love tilapia. Kindred Winter's sister loves fish, loves, like, we joke that she's a kitty cat because she'll chase strings. She can't help herself. If you get like a leash and you like slowly drag it in front of her, oh, she turns into full cat and goes for it. It's so funny. What you doing, bud? Are you ready to go home too? You want to take this off? This is one of those impact, it's like magnetized. I don't know if I'm recording it. I can't get it off now. It's like a magnet. It doesn't clip. It's a magnet. It's an impact collar. And he was only wearing it while we were in the store. I think you pull his tab and it comes apart. There we go. Look at this. Oh, what? He's telling me. He's like, can we go home now? No, get back. Let me show them this. So yeah, we're testing out one of these impact collars. But it's like the clip is, which you can't really see. It's dirty. It connects by magnet. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Rollo, look out, bud. I'm casting a shadow. Okay. Let's give this a shot. Yes. Yeah, so it connects by a magnet, which made me nervous because it's like, is it just gonna like get yanked off? But so far it's, I mean, he doesn't keep it on. We use it for when we go out. But so far it stayed on. Yeah, really interesting. Especially like, Rolly, you got to get back in your seat. You're casting a shadow. Thank you. And he is still. Look at the gray. So a video I posted of him eating, I think the angle you could see a lot of the gray undertones in his coat. But he still has a lot of black. But yeah, if you separate his fur, it's like a silvery gray, which is called a phase, I believe. I'm not very well versed in wolfness, wolf stuff. I'm learning. Yeah. Alrighty. Anything else? I missed any more comments? Wolves and warriors? Yeah. Right? Sorry, I'm reading and I'm not letting y'all know what I'm reading. The dead fish. I don't... Yeah, if I didn't kill it or know who killed it, and then usually too, if it's wild, I'd rather it be frozen first, because I don't know what parasites are in there, and I don't want to have to deworm my animals all the time. Ragnar doesn't like fish? Oh my gosh, what? I can't believe it. He's not related to Kindred. Ragnar is the free warden. Their Lycan shepherd, Ragnar, is Kindred's full brother. So Kindred is his sister. So if y'all don't watch them, go follow their channel. They post a lot of stuff, a lot of farming stuff, and a lot with Ragnar, which we actually, Rollo's dad's name is Ragnar. So, yes. But, you see how he treats me? Just demands attention. Oh boy, look, he's pawing me again. Okay, let's see, what else did I miss? Okay. Yeah, I can't say that word, Agouti. I always butcher it, but I really like that coat, like style of coat, that coat pattern. Yeah, a lot of huskies. So I have a lot of huskies, and I breed Alaskan huskies. Wow, they have Alaskan Malamute in them, but I breed working line Alaskan huskies. Um, we integrate a couple other breeds into them, so that way they're heat tolerant, because we live in Alabama, and we do dry land mushing, which is basically sled, like snow mushing, but on dirt instead, with wheels instead of a sleigh. Chinchillas. Do you think Ryuk has the potential to become an alpha? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's still such a puppy right now. He's still very submissive. But I think, he's got some great role models with Kurgan, and then Kratos and Rolo, So he's got a lot of wonderful role models to teach him how to behave and how to be a leader. Even with the girls, like we have some puppies, some newborns. They're 4 weeks old right now. And they're where he can't reach them, but he can see them. We have a retriever kennel inside of our dining room. And so he gets to see them all the time. And the girls will be in there fussing at him to like be submissive. And so now whenever he sees the puppies, he's just very submissive to them. But he's kind of, he's still a puppy. So he's still very submissive, which is great. But yeah, I think definitely he has the potential to be an alpha, and I think he'll be a really good leader, really good alpha. My Aussie is always demanding attention. His favorite method is whining. That's great. Sarcasm. So Rolo is a quarter Australian Shepherd. I don't know if that's the Aussie breed that you have. We have a lot of Australian Shepherds. I co-own a bunch as well for our breeding program. And we also have, a full Australian Shepherd working line at the house too. Agouti. I feel like I could ask Google, but then the robot voice would like mess me up. Yeah, I think it's a very beautiful coat. Oh, no problem. It's nice to have. I wouldn't have stayed on for 38 minutes. I would have done a quick video and be like, okay, this is what we're doing. And I know y'all been asking for videos of Ryuk. We just got so much going on. So, yeah, that makes sense as far as the language, the indigenous. Oh, a medical service dog. Yeah, Rolo is actually task trained, but he still needs some public access training. We also, we were in Miami and someone tried to rob me. Someone tried to rob me with Garen, who looks like a wolf, a gray wolf, in the back seat and Rolo in the front seat. And they tried to open my door. And so, of course, when Rolo started barking at him, I encouraged it because, this guy's trying to rob me. He's trying to open my door. And he was like, oh, you have a dog, and I'm like, and a wolf, not, a wolf dog, but, whatever to intimidate this guy to get out of here, which worked. I mean, he stood there for a while holding my door, and I was holding the inside of my door trying to keep it shut, because he had pulled it open where, even though I was trying to lock it, it was still open too much. And Rolo was standing on top of me in the driver's seat, barking straight at the window at this guy. And I was like, good boy, good boy. So now we have an issue Where Rolo, if somebody comes up to the vehicle, he tries to bark at them. So he's got to learn how to turn that on and off. What you looking at, bud? Ryuk. He has what I call a seatbelt on. He's got a chain leash on because he'll chew it. Because if he doesn't have that leash on, he will try to come up here and help me drive, and he is way too big to try to push back. So until he learns that he needs to stay in the back seat, he'll have to wear a leash. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm getting my text messages about dogs I'm boarding. I was asking them about if their dog is off-leash trained, if I could take them on the trails. That's another reason, like, I don't post a lot of videos, is if I have a client's dog, I don't typically post videos of them, you know. That dog looks sorry. What came out of nowhere? What did I miss? Yeah, they're super tired right now. At least Ryuk is. Technically, a service dog can be trained as a protection dog as well. Rolo, he's not doing anything. Rolo was just telling Ryuk not to get in the front seat. If you heard him, do a low growl. Do his alpha. Fussing at him. Yeah, it was pretty scary. The guy. I think, to be honest, I think he wasn't trying to rob items from me. I think the guy was trying to rob me. Because he looked like a straight pimp. And it was like late at night. I had just went into like a Walmart to get them some, well, Ryuk wasn't with me, get Garen and Rolo some dog food, chicken. And I ran into Walmart real quick, grabbed some chicken, ran back out, and to feed them. When that happened, it was late. We were heading to the Airbnb. Oh, I don't know why I brought that up. I can be kind of scatterbrained and easily distracted, or, you know, chase rabbits too, all that fun stuff. Yeah, so far the Lycan Shepherd project, like, is amazing. Like we have 3 Lycan Shepherds, and they're just, that you would think that this is a project that has been going on for generations, like multiple generations, because they're so solid. You think you want to have as many dogs as me? Especially, so all my dogs live inside with I used to say with the exception of Lux, but now Lux comes inside. And then my livestock guardian dogs, they stay out typically at night, and then they come in during the day, and then some of my other dogs will go out during the day, so I don't have to worry about my, you know, my livestock that I pretty much no longer have. But yeah, all of them, we have a dog room. We have dogs in almost every room. We have about 10 dogs that sleep in our bedroom right now. So, and then, you know, some of them are younger and they're still learning. Like, when you come in the bedroom at night, it's bedtime. It's not playtime. It's not sneak off in a corner and chew on Sean's boots, you know, or it's not open the curtain and see what's going on outside, because we like to sleep in pitch black. And then nobody sleeps on the bed with us, but in the morning they're allowed to get on the bed and have a little bit of cuddle time. But yeah, so the ones who have learned or have almost mastered how to behave in the bedroom, sleep in the bedroom at night. unless somebody's in heat, and then they sleep in the heat room. So yeah, you have to be a real dog enthusiast, and always training and always on top of stuff and all, you know. Yeah, I hear the UK is pretty strict. I really enjoy your feed. I always share. Oh, I appreciate that. My wolf dog Ghost. Oh, so okay, so this is your YouTube account. Okay, hey. How's Ghost doing? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of states that are illegal. On some counties, like our county, is fine. But we live, our county is like so rural. Is that the right word? It's just so, it's like we didn't have internet until like 2 years ago. So, and like cell phone reception, no, I wouldn't be able to do this where I live without Wi-Fi. I appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing it. I'm trying to like show Ryuk, even though he's not doing anything. Look at Rolo like sleeping on the armrest. I'm probably killing my data. I don't have unlimited. They don't offer it where I am. It's crazy. At least not for my providers. They don't offer it. Alright, any other questions? I do need to get home and handle doggies. And my husband should be off work soon. Satellite. I used to have a satellite internet, and you know, when the weather was bad, or like the satellite was the best in the winter when the leaves were off the trees. Well, we have good internet now. We have fiber optics. Our community, a lot of houses where we live are retirement homes. People who have a lot of money. And so they petitioned to get fiber optics. And so now we have like gamer quality streaming, you know, internet. And we were planning, my husband and I were planning to move to Texas. And now we're like, we can wait. We can wait and pick exactly where we want to go. So yeah, we're stuck in Alabama for a little while. I'm not a big fan of Alabama. But nowhere is perfect. It's nice chatting with you guys. Hey, Nancy. Colorado is what? My uncle lives in Colorado. Oh, really? I'm not too far from Enterprise. And my dad is half Mexican. I'm not Mexican. He's my stepdad. He's raised me since I was like 2-3 years old. So technically my dad, I guess. That's impossible. Look, somewhere without a Mexican restaurant. Right there, you can see it. Mexican restaurant, habaneros. There might be another one. They're everywhere. Someone needs a new belt. Bodhi just turned 12. Last video I saw of, if I'm pronouncing his name right, he acts like he's like 5 years old. Bane is 6. Oh, I almost dropped my phone. Bane is 6 years old. I got him at 2 years. Got him Easter Sunday. Oh, if you hear Rolo, he's complaining. He's like, can we go? Oh, and I don't know if y'all saw, we added 3 new dogs to the pack. The person who bred Darling, my mini Aussie Doodle, I am a breeder, and we've been debating on breeding doodles. If you hate me for it, you know, I understand. But I do train service dogs. I do have a certification, even though it's not required, to train service dogs. And after having Darling for 2 years and training her as a service dog, I just see the potential in doodles in particular. And I can see, you know, the allure and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of veterans. For me, it's like I'll just be like at Walmart or somewhere, and I'll see somebody who could benefit from a service dog, and it's just like, and service dogs are so expensive, and they take, so, you know, typically 2 years to train. So, you know, I really want to get into, ideally I would train a service dog for a year or 2 and then donate it, and then rinse and repeat. So, but I would prefer to breed my own, so I could start from when they're born, do the early neurological stimulation, do Badass Breeders, you know, program, and do all like the hands-on stuff, socialize them, you know, expose them to all these sort of things, you know, and you know, give them the best start. What, buddy? He's getting really antsy. Okay. I'm gonna have to go, guys. My dog is telling me we have to go. Look at, you're so pitiful. Yeah, let me go. If y'all want me to do more lives, I can. It's easier when I'm like in a truck. Oh, Rolo is spelled with 2 L's, just so you know. There's so my ancestors are Scandinavian. We can trace my lineage all the way back to Scandinavia. And one of my great ancestors, my great grandfathers, is actually Rolo. And so that would make my great uncle Ragnar. And so that's what the Viking theme is. Also, you know, I watched Vikings. I didn't for a long time, because I was like, you know, I'm going to be so mad. They're going to butcher it. I'm going to be so angry. You know, they're going to have Vikings with horns on their helmets, you know, which, if you don't know, that's not accurate. So, oh, you just started watching Vikings? I love it. So yeah, that's where most of my pack is named from. We had Ragnar, Lagatha. Then they had Bjorn, Gita, Torvi, Rolo, Floki, who my dad owns, and then we had one that was named Helga, who we actually rehomed to my children's grandmother, and she didn't be nice. She didn't discipline her dog, and so her puppy turned into a hot mess, like on tables eating their dinner kind of thing, at like 6 months old. So we took her back and we renamed her because she's having was having a new beginning, and renamed her Siggy after a character who she was a queen, and then she kind of, I don't want to spoil it, she was a queen, and then stuff happened, and so she's kind of like the outsider. Trying not to spoil it. And then we also have Freya, who actually her breeder named her Freedom. She was born around 4th of July, so Valor and Freya were actually Valor and Freedom. And so we just renamed Freedom Freya. Ryuk, he's right here. He is catnapping. We're still at Tractor Supply. And he is conked out. I got a little bit of footage inside. I don't know if it's any good. So when I get home, I'll take a look and I'll post it. And maybe I'm about an hour away from my house. So when I go home and I eat dinner and probably let the dogs run around and do stuff, I'll check out if I got anything good, and I'll probably post it as a short. I think I have more Vikings. I don't know. Hey, have a good one. Hello. Guys, I'm trying to get off of here and y'all keep popping up. But yeah, if y'all want me to do more lives, I totally can. If you want. Answer some questions. I've watched a bunch of lives and I get like, it's so much easier than answering comments, and then sometimes I miss comments. So Nancy, I don't know if you saw, like I think you commented something like 5 months ago and I just saw it and I was like, oh, let me reply. I don't know how Chad does it, where he answers, like he responds to every single comment, even if it's just like a heart or something. I don't know how he does like thousands of comments. Yeah? Y'all want to do super chats? I would just, if y'all did, I would just give it to the doggies. People keep telling me, I'm actually fostering, I was fostering 5 dogs from my neighbor who went to a nursing home. And they were just left behind. And I didn't know he was in a nursing home. And so, and he's a distant neighbor. We live in the country, so our neighbors were like 2 miles away. Aside from my family, you know, we're like walking distance from each other. But people are like, why don't you ask your followers for help? And I'm like, no, I took on these dogs and I'm going to help them. Can you do a live while you're feeding the deer? I can. I think I can. There might be barking in the background, and I try not to do many videos with a bunch of barking in the background. We board dogs professionally, and a lot of them bark. And, you know, I've also been trying to keep mine from picking up those bad behaviors, like nuisance barking. But we also have livestock guardian dogs who bark, and we want them to bark at things that go bump. So we have a fun time juggling that. But yeah, Ryuk's right here. Kind of, there he is. You can't even see him. I don't want to wake him up. He's super tired. But this video should be, once I'm finished streaming, it should be up and you can check it out. He did say hi. And this is Rolo. Rolo says, get off. He's gonna paw me. No, you're not gonna paw me. Yeah, you missed it. As far as videos, like we've had 3 tornadoes. And the first one really didn't cause any problems, but the second 2, there's a lot of damage and destruction and stuff. And I have a huge pack, and so trying to clean up debris from, you know, like someone's umbrella from who knows where, you know, like their lawn set or whatever, you know, umbrella caught in a tree, and having to get a ladder and trying to pull it down and just clean up just all kinds of, you know, wind chimes and like pillows and bricks. We don't have a brick house. You know, like just all these debris that was thrown on our property. And I'm really concerned too with off-leash hikes. of us running into, of us like coming to a spot where there's some debris at and someone like stepping on something and getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like something sharp. So I'm doing just a lot of cleaning. A lot of cleaning. And we're trying to rebuild where our livestock was. And I'm like, maybe I should just make like tornado bunkers for my ducks and chickens and pigs and sheep or whatever other animals I end up getting. But I like to do rotational because we have 120 acres. So I like to do rotational farming. So it'd have to be some sort of house that we can move, or I could have like storm bunkers in like different areas and then just put, you know, move the animals to those bunkers. We don't normally have tornadoes like this. Last year we had a tornado come through, really close, no damage. It did go through our community. And before that, no tornadoes. It was always somewhere else. And now we've had like 3 in 3 weeks pretty much. So now I'm just like, maybe I should move. But, you know, it just happened. I don't think it's gonna happen again, at least I hope not. Free furniture? Well, if you're into like gothic, destroyed, what is that word that they use? It's getting chilly. What's that word? In Zoolander, where they had the clothing line. If anybody's seen that, where he's dressed up in garbage and they called it derelict. If you're into that derelict look, because most of the stuff was destroyed, like the umbrella was like shredded. It was one of those big, massive umbrellas. I should have took a picture of it. Anything else, guys? Oh my gosh, it's been over an hour. If you give pack updates, you will get support. Oh yeah. I'm not the kind of person who's like, you know, likes to like beg for stuff. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the kind of person who's like, you know, I know the dog daddy, Augusto, and I'm not like, hey, give me a shout out, you know? I'm not that kind of person. I'd rather, you know, I guess just do things on my own and still not even like be like, it's hard for me to be like, hey, subscribe, hey, like, you know, hey, comment. What's the other one? Hey, share. You know, so I don't know. Personality, my personality. Anything else, guys? Any other comments? I'm about to log off and go home. But I could totally do more lives if y'all like these. Just comment. Just let me know. Like, after the video goes back up, I guess. Yeah, drive safe. Precious cargo! That's why he's got a, I call it a seatbelt. He has a leash on. Because he wants to drive with me. He's not old enough. He needs to learn to be like this. And not try to sit in my lap. And he needs to learn that he's not 5 pounds. That's a lot of hugs. I'll give them hugs. What's the good idea? Yeah, Rolo's a nice boy. Rolo is an alpha, and he has fought coyotes before. He has been attacked by other dogs at like the dog park, and he can hold his own. And then where I mentioned earlier, where a guy tried to rob me, tried to open my door. Not earlier today, but like we were in Miami and this guy tried to open my door. Rolo told him off. And the guy, after a little bit, I wonder if the guy was like, either he's really determined or he's on something. Because it's like, when you got a big black dog in your face, barking and growling and snarling and all that. And then we had Garen with me. Rolo's like, Mom, let's go home. He's sitting on the charger. Okay. You know, and then you're still trying to open my door. You're crazy. You're crazy. Who's crazy like that? People on drugs. Don't do drugs. They're bad. The chain belt, yeah. Ryuk will chew a leash. I mistreat my dogs, in case you can't tell. He hates me. Do you hate me? He's like, yes, let's go home. I joke a lot as far as my personality. And I swear a lot in real life. I just don't. I try not to on videos. Because to be respectful and children's and stuff. And puppy ears. Yeah, I do. I joke a lot. Okay, buddy. Okay, you got to go back in your seat. Okay, can you go back in your seat? Thank you. Yes, give those chest scratches. If anybody doesn't know, dogs can't really reach this part of their chest. So it's kind of like above the tail where it feels really good. Look at his face. He was like, yes. So that's one of my ways I reward my dogs, is giving one of those. He's like, wait, why'd you stop? Who's giving those? Oh, another fun fact is that dogs, in comparison to wolves, have an extra muscle in their eyebrows so that they can make sad faces. That's how they got us. Yeah, that's how. There was probably like a deformed wolf because he had extra muscle in his eyebrow, and the human saw it, and he was like, that wolf's so sad. We must take him home. And that's how it started. Yeah, that's true. It's true. They have an extra muscle in their eyebrows so that they could frown and make different expressions, more expressions than an actual wolf can. Pretty cool, huh? I don't know if Ryuk has that muscle or not. I'll have to like get a good look at him and see if he makes sad faces. He mostly makes playful faces. Okay, he's boy, you're spoiled. Stop it. Spoiled. I need to see if they left me any more comments because they're disappearing on me. Okay. Is there a super chat option? No, I don't think so. I have 1,500 subscribers, but because I mostly post shorts, I don't have that many watch time hours, and you need 4,000 to be monetized. What are you doing? I need to go. He's like getting impatient with me. You don't tell me what to do. I'm the boss here. He's still pawing me. You can't really tell. Look. Alright, buddy. Alright. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. This time for real. I've mentioned it like 20 times. But I am... Oh, no, that's not Ryuk. Ryuk is like here. Ryuk has been like sleeping the whole time. The whole time. Well, I mean, I think he said hi earlier in the video, and then he was like, I'm out. But I did get some video clips, and when I get home, I'm about an hour away from my house. I'm gonna look and see if any of them are good, and I'll post them for you guys. Ouch. So yeah. That way you can actually see his cute face. What? Worth getting to ask Chuck how to get there. What? Okay, I missed it if the results came back. Yeah, so I did get the results on Lux. I haven't tested Garen yet. I have his test sitting in like the shopping cart online. I just haven't ordered it yet. Oh, because I think you know, when I actually tried to test Garen first, and he ate the Q-tip. So I had to order a new Q-tip. They sent me a new one, and then we did that poll, and it was tied for a long time, and I think it ended up being Lux. And then later, after we had already tested her, I kept like going back and forth. So it was like, well, yeah. But yeah. So we have the results. If you want spoilers, I'll say them right now. So mute me if you don't want to hear it. But spoilers, there's Lux is 85% Grey Wolf. And then I'll post later like the other results. You can like take a guess of what else she is. It's kind of, you know, I think you could easily guess. And I didn't do her health. I only just did the DNA. I'll probably do the health too, because I am curious. You know, Lux and Garen are with us, you know, forever. So unless somebody amazing who's perfect and has everything comes along and can give them an amazing life. But even still, you know, they're part of our pack. So, you know, I don't know. They've already been through a lot. So they've been through a lot worse than what Ryuk and the other wolf dogs that didn't make it have been through. Or I guess not worse, because they're still alive. I don't know. But they were there. They were the first ones that were in that situation. So they were in that situation much longer. And they were in worse condition. And I actually was wondering if like that's why Garen is actually smaller than Ryuk, even though he's 3 weeks older than him. You know, or it could be that he's a lower content and Ryuk's a higher content and Ryuk's got the legs. So, I don't know. Any other questions? I'm going to try to drink my coffee with one hand. I have a Starbucks coffee. Okay, yeah, I got this. I got this. But yeah, as far as the tornado, we had a lot of fencing. We had like nice enclosures that we built. We just hadn't got Lux into the one that we had built for her. And tornado. Tornado, trees, debris. Are you a leg person? Yeah, his legs are so long. But so are Kurgan's. And Kurgan's not even as high a content, you know. Kurgan's a blue bay. So they're like around 30 to 40% in that range. But they think they were more bred for that look, like the temperament and the lanky wolf dog look, and not specifically the wolf kind of coat, that gray coat pattern. If anything, they were bred more for the blue. I feel like my glasses are crooked. I hate, like, I'm waiting for more chats to pop up, and I'm like just staring at myself because it shows me. Okay, it's been 75 minutes. I'm gonna go. Quick, is there anything else? I know there's a delay. Is there anything else? Now's your time. If not, say bye, and that way I know I can leave. Oh, okay. There's a big one. I hate when, like, you're typing, like, I watch a lot of lives, but you're, like, typing, and you're like, and the person's like, okay, I'm gonna leave, and you're like, oh my gosh, but I have this long paragraph I'm trying to tell you real quick. Let's see. Build a channel and you will get support. Thanks for the stream. Ask first 508 how he did it and ask for help. No, we chat all the time about building, about channel, YouTube stuff, and behind the scenes stuff, and that sort of stuff. And I've talked to Augusto too about YouTube stuff. I'm so busy and I suck at editing. And I'm the kind of person who I would just hire somebody to edit. I'm not like Augusto and Chad where I'll just be like, I'm gonna do everything myself. I'm just like, here's the clips, take out all the times I say or I clear my throat a lot. So take out all those. Or anytime I like say bad words, because I'm a good person, I don't say bad words. Or all the times I'm recording my feet. Or like half their face or something, because I've been called out in the comment section about not watching the screen and instead I'm watching what I'm recording and not actually paying attention that the camera is actually getting it. So yeah, maybe I should hire a cameraman too. Okay, anything else? Okay, I lost somebody. You could just leave. That also let me know after you're done. I appreciate all the likes. I got 31 likes. It's nice. Let's see, sleepyhead back there. Good night, Nancy. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Okay, if you had something else you wanted to tell me, you can just leave it as a comment, and hopefully I'll get those videos up in a couple hours. Those clips, they'll be shorts, so keep an eye out for shorts. I think a lot of people don't realize that I post shorts more than anything because it's quick and easy, and I get way more views. So yeah, keep an eye out for shorts if you want to see how Ryuk's trip was. You too. All good boss dog training. What's your name? Or do you prefer that I call you the boss? The good boss. Oh, Nikita. Okay, cool. That's one of my friend's names growing up. It was nice meeting you. Kind of. If y'all don't know, my name is Julia. It's spelled like Jewel. I'm named after Jewel and Julia. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. I'm out of here. It's 8:10, and I have an hour to drive home. And I'm starving. I'll probably pick up food because lazy. Alright, y'all have a good night, okay? Bye.